Yo, what is good YouTube? I am Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the brand new Under Armour Anatomic Spawn 3. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Spawn 3 features kind of a radial traction pattern. It's like a modified radial. You kind of have like these X's in certain areas of the shoe, and then like kind of like water splashes or water ripples like coming out from those X's. And the traction on here is really good. Whether you're playing on a clean court or dusty court, you won't really have any problems. If you are playing on your clean courts, you will have an amazingly hard bite. Like, you will be able to stop on a dime. It is very nice. And if you're playing on your moderately dusty courts, you know, you'll still be good to go. I would just do the occasional wipe just in case to clear off any dust that may get stuck on there. And then if you are playing on your heavily dusty courts, I would definitely recommend wiping more often than not, but you still should have a pretty good bite. In terms of the traction, I'm not sure if the traction is like amazing because of the rubber compound or if it's maybe like this gum rubber outsole. So yeah, you know, maybe different colorways may vary in terms of like how aggressive the bite is. But for this particular colorway, the traction is amazing, and I really like the traction on the Spawn 3. So moving on to the cushion, the Spawn 3 features a full-length Micro G midsole, and as you can see, it is kind of caged in parts of the shoe. So like on the lateral side, it is kind of caged right here, and on the medial side, it is caged up in the forefoot as well. But still, the Micro G in here feels amazing. Overall, the cushion is just really nice in the Spawn 3. So this is like the Micro G people were expecting to be like, you know, in the Curry 7. It's just it's soft, but it has like a good amount of bounce, good amount of core feel, great impact protection. Like, this Micro G is a type of Micro G basically that should be used in all Under Armour shoes that use Micro G, because this literally gives you that perfect blend of that responsiveness and impact protection that I personally want in a shoe. And it's just an extremely comfortable shoe. Whether you want to be shifty or you want, you know, just a lot of impact protection, this thing I would say has definitely got you covered. If you all are looking for that great Micro G, the Spawn 3 definitely has it. I really like the cushion setup in this shoe. So moving on to the materials, the Spawn 3 features pretty much this like mesh upper and a lot of fuse overlays or TPU overlays. And the mesh to the touch, you know, definitely isn't the most premium feeling, but for the price point, I'm really not going to complain, because in terms of the performance, it gets the job done just fine. And then, like I said, you know, you do have like these TPU overlays. So pretty much like everywhere that isn't this open mesh is going to be TPU overlays. And yeah, it's just there for, you know, more structure and more durability. And I'm personally okay with it, because for me, the materials felt really good on feet. Like, there's nothing wrong with it at all, and in terms of the performance, it gets the job done just fine. Offers you enough containment. I would say it's not you know, it's not too hot of a shoe to play in as well, so that's always a plus. In terms of that performance, these materials get the job done just fine. No complaints here, especially for the price point. Yeah, you know, to the touch could have been a little bit better, but as I keep mentioning, the price, I really can't complain about the materials on the shoe. Overall, the material usage for the price point is really good. So moving on to the fit, I would say that the Spawn 3 does run true to size. I'm a slightly wide footer, and I'd say going true to size is the way to go. If you do have wider feet, you may want to go up a half size. I can definitely see some, you know, instances where if you have too wide of a foot, that this part right here may actually like dig into your foot a little bit. So you may want to go up a half size to compensate for that. But me, as a slightly wide footer, I was perfectly fine. And you know, the materials do break in over time, so it will stretch out just a little bit. But yeah, slightly wide footers, go true to size. Really wide footers, go up a half size probably. And then everyone else, I think you're fine going true to size as well. I would say the fit on here is pretty nice and snug. I didn't really have any dead space up in the toe box area, and I felt like the shoe overall did a really good job of just hugging your foot into the shoe. Pretty much like every other Anatomic Spawn, the lacing system is slightly asymmetrical, and I really do think that lacing system does help suck your foot into the shoe, make sure that your foot isn't going anywhere. So overall, I would say that the fit on the Untitled Spawn 3 is actually really good. So moving on to the support, I had absolutely no issues with the support in this shoe. You do have an internal heel counter which helps locks in your heel, make sure it's not going anywhere. I didn't have any side-to-side movement on the footbed. You are pretty caged in this like midsole, and you know that pretty much helps just keep your foot on that footbed. I never had any instances of my foot like feeling like it was going to slide over or just roll over itself or anything like that. So the support in here is really good. As far as that torsional rigidity and stability goes though, I'm not sure if there's a torsion plate in here or not, but as you can see, it is pretty stiff. So I would say you're covered there as well. Overall, the support in the Spawn 3 is really good. The only thing that I would mention about support, I mean, it doesn't really go with the support, but it's more just like the curvature of the outsole. So in the heel area, as you all can see, it is like rounded, and it is very round, like more than Kyrie rounded. And basically, I think it's a little weird at first if you're not used to it, but if you're like planting your heel and you're expecting like a flat surface to like just plant like this, you may like, I don't know, do something to your ankle or something just because it is rounded. So it may catch you off guard just a little bit. But once you play in it and get used to that feeling, I don't think you'll have any issues. But that is just one thing to note that may catch you off guard, is the fact that, you know, the heel is very rounded. But overall, I would say that the support in the Spawn 3 is actually really good. So moving on to the price, the Untitled Spawn 3 retails for $100, and for $100, this thing is a banger. It is a very, very good performer. It's very comfortable. You know, the traction is great. The materials could have been better, but you know, for $100, you know, it does the job just fine. The support is great. And the fit is really nice as well. So I really don't have anything bad to say about this shoe other than like maybe the aesthetics. I don't think it is the most aesthetically pleasing shoe, but it definitely looks a lot better than I think the previous Spawn models. So take that with a grain of salt, but yeah, you know, that's the only real complaint that I have with the shoe. This thing is an amazing performer, and for $100, this is probably one of the best shoes in that price point. If you all wanted to pick up a pair of these, I don't think you'll be disappointed. That's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also smash that thumbs up button for me, as it really does help me out. While you guys are at it, check out this video on my left and on my right, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.